I want to see where you guys sit on this. Is Messi the clear MVP for you, or would you not vote for him?
I didn't vote for him. Just to be clear, I voted for Cucho in mine.
Okay,
And
so
Jimmy?
Messi
Would you
started.
take that back, Tony? Or
No,
you
no.
still-
Here, let me just tell you why. Look, I think Messi is the best player in MLS, right? But when Messi was gone for how many games for Inter Miami, they didn't miss a beat.
But
right?
is that his problem? Like,
No,
should
it's
he
not.
be-
Dude,
Yeah, it's his problem. He was the one that was hurt.
15 games, Chuck. He played.
Yeah,
15
he was.
No, he
games.
played
It's his
19
problem.
games.
Well, he's
right?
okay. He started.
He's
15
played
games.
in more than half the games.
So
That's a fact.
that for me is not worth.
Barely. We're talking like
no one
53%.
without the name. No one without the name of Lionel Messi would anybody think about playing 19 games in a 34 game season and giving him the MVP. So my point was the time that he was away, they didn't miss a beat. Right? When Cucho doesn't play for Columbus, they're a completely different team. Remember when he got suspended for 2 games, all that stuff? They were a different team at that point. So, and plus he played, they won things, he scores goals. Look, I'm committed to Lionel Messi is the best player in the league. I don't know how else to position that statement. He's the best player in the league. But when you talk about the most valuable player, I still think that Cucho Hernandez was as valuable to Columbus as Messi was to Inter Miami, but he played all the time. So that's where I'm at with it.
Chuck's triggered.
No, I'm not triggered.
No, come on.
Cucho Hernandez is worthy of MVP. But my thing is, too, to kind of build off of the value part is Lionel Messi is the best player in the league, and Miami are that much better with him. Yeah, sure, they took care of business, but they also have Luis Suarez, who has 20 goals as well. So, I mean, look at
Chuck,
what Messi was able to do in the amount of time that he did.
I agree with you. No one's denying. No one's ever denied his greatness, and the numbers are. But I'm talking to people at Inter Miami. I live down here, so I get to see a bunch of these people and talk to them. They don't even think Busquets was the most valuable player in their team the entire year. Like these are Inter Miami
because he played the most out of all the field players. Busquets played the most.
So yeah, we're making a discussion about Messi or Cucho Hernandez, and they're thinking, and they're also thinking that Luis Suarez was equally the MVP as Busquets was during the year. So I'm like, okay, maybe we'll all split the votes down there, and then I'll give it to somebody else. But that was my rationale, not because I don't think Messi's a great player. Just that's where I voted for it.
Wouldn't it undermine the MVP a little bit if you're like? Not to say, listen, he's second in goals and third in assists, and he did it in 19 games, which is ridiculous. And if he had a full season and was healthy for all 34, it would be undeniable that he would be the MVP. But it just feels like maybe undermines a little bit of the credibility. Not that
reverse it, Jimmy. Reverse the numbers. Give Cucho. If Cucho was the guy that scored, 19 goals in 19 games? What's Messi, or is it
Messi's
16 and 20?
20 goals and 16 assists in 19 games, but 16 starts.
If that were Cucho, we'd be going,
starts.
yeah, but Cucho didn't
starts.
play 34 games. That's what we'd be saying for Cucho Hernandez. We don't say it because it's Lionel Messi.
No,
we don't say it that way.
It's how Messi has scored those goals and created those goals. It's the fashion in which he does it. He makes it look like he's from another planet.
That makes him the best player in the league.
Best player in the league, best player in the world.
Best player in the league. I don't know how else to say it.
So for me, it's pretty easy. You're the best player on the best team, a record-setting team. He gets the MVP. And if it's not him, it's better. It sure as hell better be Busquets, because either way,
but it wasn't. He wasn't there for 40% of the games.
But Busquets was, and Suarez, under your kind of restrictions, then Suarez should be MVP if you're talking about impact and minutes and stuff like that. But I'm always gonna go on the best team. The MVP should come from the best team. They've set the standard. They've set the regular season record. That's all I'm saying. But Cucho Hernandez is extraordinary. He's phenomenal. If they announce tomorrow that Cucho Hernandez won MVP, I would say, job well done. You absolutely deserved it, and we all know why Messi didn't win, and that's because of how much time he didn't play. Right. He lost, right? Because of injury and all that. So
to Big Tones' point, when the own Inter Miami fans are saying that there are other players that are more valuable,
more
I like that
deserving, I'd say.
Yeah, okay. I like that you made that distinction, Big Tones, that it's clear Messi's the best player in the league and the best player
no argument.
in the world, best player of all time. Like that, no argument. But as it pertains to being the most valuable player for the best team in the league, yes, he scored those goals. Yes, he had those assists. He won. I would love to see kind of, I don't know if they have expected goals or whatever, some crazy soccer nerd stats out there as to how important one player was for a particular team over.
They do have those
duration of the
stats.
season. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
We'll let AI this get on.
Well, let AI us figure that out. But I think giving it to Busquets would be like giving the Ballon d'Or to Rodri, right? Like you giving it to somebody who doesn't have the stats of goals and assists, but is clearly a very important player and makes the whole thing work, right? Makes the whole team have success. Anyway, let's talk. Can we get up because I want to have a little prediction here before these playoffs start. This is with everybody. So the chat, you got to hop in as well. Golasso America social media handles, hit us up on the Twitters and Instas and whatever else is out there. Okay.
Hey, this comment is incredible. Miami gets points for not Messi gets points for not falling victim to Miami nightlife.
That's true. Fair play to that.
That's
all right.
A good one.
All right. So I'm gonna list all of the matchups, and then Tones and Chuck and myself are gonna pick who we think is gonna go on to win the 2024 MLS Cup playoffs, and we'll find out afterwards who is the smartest guy ahead of these things kicking off. So Western Conference, we got LA Galaxy taking on the Colorado Rapids. That is a good matchup there. Chris Armas has turned things around with the Rapids, so we'll see how that plays out. Real Salt Lake, Minnesota United, that's a good one. Seattle Sounders, Houston Dynamo, that is tasty. Schmetzer versus Ben Olsen, let's go. LAFC will take on the wild card winner of a Cascadia Cup rivalry between Vancouver Whitecaps and Portland Timbers. Okay, so let's go there first. Who do you think wins the West? Who's in the final on the West?
LA Galaxy.
LA
have the easiest.
They can't cover both teams.
LA Galaxy have the easier path than LAFC.
LA Galaxy have
Colorado have fallen off.
That's fair.
And then RSL Minnesota. Yeah, they're tough, but not anything that we're seeing out of LAFC, Columbus.
Ricky Pooch time, right? Ricky Pooch time. I could see LA Galaxy making that happen for sure. I do want to say that LAFC cutting their teeth by winning the Open Cup this year, finally winning that, like getting to a final and winning it, I think is going to help them have a little bit of confidence and not be as maybe tense going into these. But we'll have to wait and see. I like the shout, Big Tones. One of the LA teams will probably get to the final. That's a good one. Way to cover that.
Smart
All right,
man.
let's go to the Eastern Conference then. I'm going to let Tones escape with that. We got Columbus Crew taking on the New York Red Bulls, Cincinnati taking on NYCFC, Orlando City taking on Charlotte, Inter Miami taking on the wild card winner of Montreal. And
Hell is real going into.
You like Cincinnati?
I think it's going to be Cincinnati versus Columbus in that next round. And then Columbus gets to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I want to do Orlando Miami. That'll be good in the next round.
Since you just got their first win right in 5 matches, was it, or 4 matches? All right, they weren't going in. NYCFC, man, they have impressed me over the last couple months. I'm calling the Columbus Red Bull game, and I have Cincy NYCFC over 2 nights on Monday and Tuesday night. I think
you got some good games, awesome. Tony.
Good games.
Yeah, I got some good ones. Yeah, I do. I have some good ones there. I wouldn't count NYCFC out of this. I'd love to see Hell is Real again, but I wouldn't count NYC out of this thing.
All right. So who do we have winning the East? I'll go first. I'll say Inter Miami. I know it's a big stretch. Don't roll your eyes, everybody.
You're wild. I can't believe you made
I know. That. I'm so wild. Listen, they're the Supporter Shield winner. So if they get to the final, they'll host it. And that is Art Basel weekends. It's going to be popping off in Miami.
God.
It's going to be popping off. Anybody is going to be in Miami for that weekend. And for Messi and Suarez and Busquets, Jordi Alba, and the whole team to
in that little rinky-dink stadium.
Oh yes, I'm manifesting it because I want to go. So
we got Argentina, Colombia, and Uruguay. The fans basically breaking down the Dolphin Stadium and getting into the vents and all that. Now you got this rinky-dink stadium, and they got MLS Cup if they get to it. How the hell are they going to secure that place?
Yeah. No, good shout. So you know what? Let's not pick a champion right now. Let's just pick the finalists. We can do the champion once we get closer to it. I got LAFC and Inter Miami in the final. Chuck,
you are such a.
I know.
All right.
Hey, they're the teams that are the best poised to make a good run and have.
We're
the
doing
talent.
this already, huh?
Yeah, we are.
I think Galaxy gets to the final.
Okay.
The West.
Galaxy and New England Revolution.
And Columbus Crew versus Inter Miami and Inter Miami. How the hell you
How
gonna
do you
bet
not?
against the
Yeah, you
informed
can't.
Suarez and Messi? Hell no.
Yeah. Tones?
Yep. Yeah, I'd like to do something different, but LA
It's hard,
Galaxy
right?
against Inter Miami.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you one thing though. Drake calendar is a little shaky. And I think for a player like Cucho Hernandez, you're licking your lips. Diego Rossi, you're licking your lips because
He helped when they got to the Leagues Cup. They
did
won the Leagues Cup
you
with him.
not watch the Revs game?
I did.
Man,
I did.
There are times where he makes the great save, but he's so inconsistent with just his normal movements, and decision making. So that is the only thing that you'd say, oh, hold on a second. Inter Miami aren't as secure as you may have thought.